Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about how to align your lower body to protect your knees in seated forward folds. In straight-legged seated forward folds, whether your legs are straight out in front of you or out wide, make sure that your feet and knees point straight up to traction your knees the same direction as your feet. So also root your thighs down into their hip sockets evenly to tip your pelvis up and create an even lift out of your pelvis and your low back. It's common to allow your feet to rotate out, to relax the feet. This will create more torque on the knees, make it harder to traction your knees over your feet. It'll also rotate your thighs out in their hip sockets. That'll choke out your low back. If you go to come forward and your knees bend, this will also lift your thigh bones up into their hip sockets. That'll create more of a rounded low back. That'll crank the back as you come forward. So if your knees bend, keep your hands behind you, root your legs down straight as they'll go. Watch that your heels do not lift up off the floor. This is hyperextension. So the floor creates this wonderful landmark that you could use to straighten the legs completely without locking your knees. In straight-legged forward folds, do not use a prop. Do not prop up on a blanket or a block. Otherwise, it'll be easy to hyperextend and not realize it without the floor as a landmark. You could, however, use your prop with bent knee poses, seated poses, like Sukhasana or Baddha Konasana. If your knees go above your hips, this will help create more lift in your back, tip your pelvis up, also create less tension on the knees. If you're dealing with knee pain in poses like Janu Shirsasana, where your bent knee is at all tweaky, make sure you're flicking your toes, engaging your foot to protect your knee. And it's okay to prop up the knee, give that knee a little pad on the bent knee side. So there's a couple tips for aligning your lower body in seated forward folds. Give that a shot. Let me know how it goes. I'm Jake. Namaste.